If you're seeing this, then this is your Tarot Tuesday message. My name is Lara. Welcome. We didn't have a message last week because I couldn't get there, because I couldn't do it, because I don't know. Is it falling apart or is it falling into place? We don't know. But we're showing up anyway. So we're doing the best we can and we're showing up regardless. Part of me, I don't know where you are, but part of me just wants to be like, what does it want to be like? I don't know. I don't even want to say it because I don't want anyone to be like worried, whatever. God. But I'm very over it. I'm over all of it. So that's where we're starting. That's what's on top. Anyway, if you're here, welcome. We're going to be taking a look at the next 7 days, the week ahead. We are here talking about the week of Tuesday, May 6th, 2025. That's going through Monday the 12th. Okay. Astrologically speaking, I don't really know that I know too much about what's going on. We'll talk about what I do know. Sometimes I talk about the astrology and then I figure out something later and I'm like, oh, that kind of like actually makes more sense with the energy that we read in the tarot spread, but whatever. I am not an astrologer, okay? But I am informed by astrology through the rest of my work. So archetypes, tarot, all of that is connected. And, so I'm not good to sit here and whatever. I don't know anything. Okay. And I'll be the first person to tell you that. You make up your own mind. You make up your own decisions. I got enough decisions to make on my own. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. So welcome. This is a general reading. She's coming in hot today. All right. Don't mind me. This is a general reading though. So if you found this, there may be messages here for you, whether or not it is the week of May 6th, 2025. It could be a week after, 2 weeks, a month, a year, 5 years. I don't know. Time isn't linear, so it doesn't really matter when you find this. We're talking about a general energy that we are all under in this particular moment in the space-time continuum. But you could be in similar energies somewhere else because everything's always connected. And you're the one who's going to know what messages are right for you because, again, this is a general reading. So this is for a lot of us, not just one person's specific energy. But you'll know what's right for you. So listen to your intuition. Take what resonates. Pay attention to what may trigger you. And if there's something that like you're like, I don't know, that doesn't really make sense for me, then don't take it because you don't need to carry things that aren't yours. So there's that. But yeah, we're going to get into it. What I do know that we have coming up, beautiful babies, is the full moon in Scorpio, which is happening on Monday the 12th. So that's going to end the week. Full moon in Scorpio. This is really interesting because full moons are luminous. They're the halfway point through the cycle. And then we have it in the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio is Scorpio is a sign that is in the depths and in the dark and in the shadow. So it's an interesting duality that we've got going. Scorpions, they will bury themselves in the sand and like wait for the precise moment to strike. So there's that. But Scorpio also yes, it's a Scorpion, but Scorpio is also the Phoenix energy. So when you're completely burning something down and rising from the ashes, that's the energy that we've got going on right now with this full moon. So actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that tracks. We'll see how it goes. Oh, it's Tower card. It's giving Tower card. Divine intervention. You know, again, things falling into place versus falling apart. One can only hope. So that's happening at the end of the week. What we have moving through, I'm pretty sure that Pluto just went retrograde in Aquarius. Pluto has stationed in Aquarius, where it will be for another 200 something years, I think is how long that it's going to be in that sign. And then, is that right? Maybe that's not right. Whatever. It's stationing there for a while. Okay. You can go fact check me and find out. Again, full disclosure, right? I but it's doing something. And Pluto is the planet of the underworld as well. Aquarius is humanitarian energy. This is the water bearer. This is, about the really what we're talking about is the individual coming into the collective. How does a collective support an individual? How, this is community. It's also technology and yeah, it's a lot of things that my mind is not pulling up right now. So there you go. This particular reading, by the way, I'm just going to say it because I forgot to really kind of say it before I pressed record. This is the offering. Okay. This is the offering. So may it be blessed. Okay. May it be blessed. Ah. All right. That's kind of all I've got right now. And I think that we should just dive in and see what the cards are going to say. So here we go. We're going to get we've got some oracles. We've got a tarot deck. And yeah, we're just going to kind of like see what comes out for us. So with that in mind, we're going to take our Oracle of Mystical Moments and ask if we could please get a card here just to sort of bring us into the energy that we are working with. I know you guys want to see me shuffling the cards. Sorry. Maybe one day we'll get a better camera and we'll get a better setup. But for right now, this is what it is. So, that's so funny. The card that came out, 33, Weaving Flowers, the full moon on Monday the 12th. This is also known as the flower moon because all the wildflowers start to bloom around this time. So we've got Weaving Flowers, which is really pretty. It's like already giving me a much more calm energy than the energy that I've been carrying over the last 7 days. These petals seem to be being pulled down into her hands as she's weaving them together. There's also this flower that is like her hat, and it's covering her eyes. So I feel like there's an element of intuition here. It's also kind of making me think of the Two of Swords with the blindfold, but And then like 2 braids and like the 2 columns of things. These like strings coming. 2 braids. Anyway, let's see what the little bookie book has to say about it. See if I'm on to anything here. I left my windows open, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm not going to stop and close them. So I hope the background noise isn't going to be too bad. We'll see. But we have weaving flowers, creator, art of the universe, integration. Okay. Here we see a woman gathering the delicate petals of blossoms and making them into flowers. It seems like she is weaving them together, bringing a greater whole into being. Okay. That's giving me Aquarius as well. She is calm and concentrated on her work. This woman is a creator. She draws from the petals falling from the sky and growing from earth. Inspiration is all around. Gather it up to create a new whole. So interesting. Gather it up to create a new whole. Okay. Okay. I was done with it anyway. No, let's do I almost grabbed our tarot deck. Wow. I don't know if I was ready to come back to Tarot Tuesday here. Okay, we're going to do our spicy oracle. Do I even know how to do this? No, whatever. There's 3. She's in a mood today. Okay, what do we have? We have, the anticipation. Prove it. Okay. And of course I will. Oh, the anticipation. Prove it. Of course I will. With weaving flowers. I think in this energy of creation, we've been talking about this for a while. So whatever it is you're creating, we're always creating something all the time. Humans are naturally creating things even when they're not aware of it. That's just what we are. Whether you think you are a creative or not, you are. But there's been a lot of anticipation around whatever it is that you're creating, whatever it is that you have been very diligently putting together for yourself. You've been focused. You've been bringing the pieces into place. Why am I so emotional right now? I don't know. It's just happening. Maybe you're also very emotional about it. There's been a lot of anticipation, but I'm not picking up like, well, also I'm thinking of anticipation. And if you know what that is a reference to, then you know, if you know that musical. But I think it's more of like a nervous anticipation. And it's almost as if like with that anticipation has been like, there's something that you've felt like you've had to prove, and you're on this path of like, I will prove it. Of course I will. But the energy that I'm getting from the weaving flowers card is like very still. There's a lot of stillness that I'm picking up on. Whereas like with my spicy oracle, I feel like much more chaotic energy coming from this. So that's really interesting. Getting us started. Okay. So that's that. So but I also feel that I'm also kind of getting there's this sense of like patience with like the integrating. This card being integrating. What are we integrating? Maybe we don't know yet. Okay. Let's see what the tarot has to say, shall we? We're going to get 3 cards. Could we please have 3 cards to just sort of clarify what we've already got in front of us and show us what we have for the week ahead? Okay. And this one here. Okay. Okay. Who else is here? Damn. Okay. Ready? So we're going to start with our shadow cards. Under the deck, we have the Strength card, okay? Just right out of the gate today. So we have the Strength card in our shadow. This card really talks about the quiet power of your strength. There's so much strength within you coming through, and definitely the cards really want you to know that. Whereas like, I don't think you realize the strength that you have. And I think also that's where I'm picking up on the stillness from this. I think that because you are, for whatever reason, you've got to like prove something to yourself. And I don't think that you really believe for yourself in what you're trying to prove, because it's like when somebody is smart, they don't have to talk about how smart they are all the time. That's usually a pretty red flag. When somebody talks about, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this, I'm that, da, 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 a lot, excessively, they probably are not. This is the type of strength where you don't have to force anything. This is not like brute strength, brute force. This is just, you will. Everything is moving around. I'm taking that as like a confirmation. So I'm also hearing like there's no trying to be strong. You just are strong. The strength is here. It's literally right underneath the surface for you. So this strength is finally coming up for you this week. Maybe you didn't really feel like you had much of it over the last week, 2 weeks, what have you. You have the imagery of both the lion and the lamb here. Okay, the lion being like ferocious and powerful and strong, but also, you know, a lion doesn't have to go around. Here it is. A lion doesn't have to go around being like, look at me, I'm a lion. the lion's just a lion, right? Lion doesn't have to prove anything. So, let's take a look at what's going on underneath there. 6 of Cups is under that. Then we have the 4 of Pentacles, and then we have the 3 of Wands. So what I'm sensing here with the 6 of Cups in the reverse position, I think there are these nostalgic relationships there have been attachments to that are, maybe you're idealizing what the relationship was and it never was that to begin with. Oof. I hear proving your worth in whatever these relationships are. It certainly was something that you thought was bringing in a lot of value for you, but the reality is this never was the relationship you thought it was. This is never like the supportive, friendly, fulfilling connection that you thought you had. This was not the support you thought you were getting. And the 4 of Pentacles here, which is all about foundations, you're building your foundation, okay? So I think what then with the 3 of Wands behind that is saying is that it's time to broaden your horizons around how you are continuing to build this foundation. Whatever it is, this relationship or attachment, whatever, it could be a memory, it could be a real relationship in your life, it could be an ideology, whatever it is, it's taking a lot of strength, I think, to see the truth that this relationship really is not as foundational as you once thought. The reality is, you look at this person too, eyes are closed again. They're sort of away from everybody else, but they are figuring out what is theirs to build on. Okay. Or maybe you feel some element about this, if this is a relationship. Okay. Maybe, where was that going? Maybe you're realizing the withholding. You see how she's holding this bag? There is a sense of serenity here. So I could see this going both ways, one and or both. But whatever this is for you, okay? Whether you're withholding, they're withholding, it's not something that is meant to be a part of this foundation here, okay? The 4 of Pentacles sometimes can be a little miserly. We do have it in the upright position though. So I think maybe this could be more of like an assessment of like, is this a foundationally fulfilling, energetic exchange for me? I'm not convinced it is. Okay. And then definitely because the 3 of Wands, I mean, this is literally, broadening horizons. Okay. You're going someplace. There's adventure implied here with the surfboard. Like you're ready to like run out into the water and get going. All right. You're ready to do that, but I think there's like mixed messages coming in about where to go. And that's been really complicated. And Yeah. But what is the most important to remember is that what you have here is you have all of this strength. All this stuff is coming up because you are stronger than you know, than you realize. You are strong enough to get through this. You have this I don't know what word I want. Wellspring? I don't know why. But yeah. If you don't feel like you have it, then ask for someone to give it to you, okay? Pray for it. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, the wisdom to know the difference, the fucking strength to get through it. Added that last bit for you. Oh, and what's peeking out as I'm putting it down on the bottom is the Six of Pentacles. So this is a necessary process in finding your balance. I think definitely the Six of Cups in reverse with the Six of Pentacles coming out on top. You need relationships with an equal give and take, period. And you need some support. Knowing that there's not anything that like being in the relationship is adding the value, but you need that other person to truly be supporting you. Or persons or situation or whatever. Okay. So then that's what's underneath. That's what's driving the situation here. Makes sense to me. I don't know how it makes sense to you, but let's see what that means as far as the week that's coming up. The Nine of Swords here in the reverse position. There's a lot of anxiety that needs to be let go. It looks like we're going to be letting it go at the beginning of the week. If you haven't already gotten to this space of just like, you don't need to worry about this anymore. Whatever it is, whatever we're talking about. The Hangman here is a shift of perspective. So there is some huge shift of perspective coming in for you this week. There's going to be a aha moment. I cannot promise you that it will be comfortable getting there, but allow yourself to be uncomfortable. Allow yourself to be in these uncomfortable places, knowing that you are doing it purposefully to shift your own perspective on something. And what are we shifting our perspective on with the Queen of Pentacles coming for us in the reverse? I think by the end of the week, we're going to be doing a lot of realizing of like where we really are not, there needs to be more focus on taking care of you. You can't take care of anyone else unless you are taken care of first. It's like when you fly, right? They say, put your air mask on before you help somebody else. That's the energy of this card. Okay, you're the one who needs the help right now. You're the one who needs the support right now. And this shift of perspective, I think, is going to show you, right, where and how you can create that for yourself. Because the Queen, she is capable. Okay? Just because she needs support doesn't mean that she's not capable for herself. But the focus needs to be redirected in some kind of way. I think that, and you're not going to really see what that is because you've been shrouded in the anxiety. So the anxiety needs to be released first in order for you to shift that perspective, get the aha moment through those feelings of discomfort. Okay? Face the anxiety, let it go, shift the perspective, and figure out how you are building in a way that is taking care of you so that you can then go out and show up and take care of those who are important to you. Ultimately, the Queen of Pentacles, I mean, she's the working mother archetype. She's got the career, she's got the home, and everything is perfectly balanced. But in this position, it's all out of balance, and you're the one who needs to be taken care of in this moment. So, and there's some healing that needs to happen around that. As far as, you know, our card over here, I think the weaving flowers, this can remind us again that we are integrating these lessons, this shift of perspective this week. Okay? Because you are creating something for you. But you won't be able to enjoy it if you're not taking care of you. Oh, and I think that's integrating this idea of like your value, your worth, you know? So I think there will be like, or whatever, however the breakthrough happens, some sort of shift, some sort of breakthrough happening this week around how you can nurture yourself more, care for yourself, so that you can continue integrating and creating what it is that you are working on. Does that make sense? I hope so. That's what I've got. So I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully you got something out of this. And thank you so much for being here. It's going to be an interesting week. We'll see what happens. I have been feeling like I'm 5 seconds away from crashing out like every turn. So we'll see how it goes. And know that I am here with you no matter what's happening. And we're in this together, okay? But we need to take care of ourselves, and we need to integrate these lessons that we're learning. Sometimes that integration, it takes time. You can't force a flower to bloom. Okay? So yeah. I'm going to take my own advice. With that being said, I just want to thank you again so much for being here. And let me know if this resonated. If you like this video, please comment, like, share, do all of the things. That's really helpful for me. I think. I don't know. It makes me feel like someone's getting something out of it anyway. So yeah. And I like to just hear where you guys are at. So you can leave a comment. There's also like all kinds of information in the description box if you want to connect with me in other ways. Maybe you want something more personal. I do private readings as well. So maybe you want more specific information. You can always reach out about that. And then there's all kinds of other weird things I'm doing at any given point. So, so you can check that down below. And thank you so much for your support. And we'll see where this week takes us. I'll be back with you next week. So as always, I will see you on the other side.